Hello, my makeup loving friends. It is time, don't you know it, for another First Impressions. And today I have the Give Me Glow Juicy Olive palette. It is by no means a new palette. It's been around for, I'd say, the guts of a year, but I've really struggled to get my little paws on it because it's sold out, it's been in, it's been out, it's been in, it's been a whole thing. But you can see why it is that I have been looking to get this. It is green. It pleases me. Is good, yes. So obviously I've made this eye look with it, but let's just swatch it so you can get a general idea of what it looks like. So the first three shades are Dry Martini, Cocktails, and Shaken Not Stirred. So it's all around like an olive / martini theme. So Dry Martini, Cocktails, Shaken Not Stirred. And I'm going to put them onto my arm. Not a nice green. They all pull a little bit of a yellowy. And here's Cocktails. Look at that. Doesn't that swatch so nicely? Here we have Shaken Not Stirred. Well, that is a really nice, I suppose it's a shimmer. I always get shimmers and foils mixed up. Is that a shimmer? Or a metallic? Oh god, it's all very difficult. Anyways, it's shiny. And it's nice. It looks nice on the lid. The next three, because it's a £6 palette, is Garnish, Dirty Martini, and Vodka-tini. So let's give those a go. So Garnish, Dirty Martini, Vodka-tini. Oh, that gorgeous. Then we have Dirty Martini. I am not really having to work with these to build them up. They're swatching so nicely. And then we have Vodka-tini, which again pulls quite yellowy. You can see the colour story there. It's very cohesive. You can see how you have a lot of depth. It looks nice. Now I have a wipe here, so let's see how it's going to perform once we put a little bit of pressure, because that way we can see how well it's going to wear. Look at that. There is a good chunk of pigment left, and you can see I was not gentle with it, so straight away that's letting you know that's a fairly good quality and that you can get a good amount of wear on it. I mean, I always wear setting spray anyway, just because I'm paranoid and I live in Ireland and it rains 99.99999% of the time. The other 0.1% of the time you're inside. Joking, obviously. So yeah, that is the swatches. If you want to see how I did this eye look and want to see what my general first impressions were, then keep on watching. Hello friends, so I am going to use my Morphe M573 brush. It is clean, and I am going to play with this palette. I'm very excited. I am going to go into the shade, sorry, I'm very excited, Dry Martini. So yeah, I mean, let's see how this one goes, just after sticking my nail into one of them, because apparently that's the morning that I'm having. So it's a Saturday morning. Yesterday we had conferring at the college, and you know, when you're a staff member, you have to don all of the garb. So you have to put on your robes and be like, look at me, I did education. And so the whole thing happens in a cathedral, and there's a lot of pomp and a lot of ceremony, and we all have to go up 2 by 2 like we're something from Noah's Ark, you know. And I'm not used to that cathedral, I haven't really been in it. And anyways, when I was coming down from the altar, there's a series of steps. So what did your girl do? Stripped. Not only did she trip, but she tripped in front of the guts of about 200 people, and I went flying on my knees. I slid like I was doing some weird rock star performance. So, and there's no way that people didn't see, because everyone saw. But me being me, I have no shame, so I just ended up laughing and thinking it was the funniest thing that has happened in a very long time. So I felt the need to share that with you. I thought it was quite funny. Yes, we're doing eyeshadow now, so here we are. Look at that. I really like that shade of green. I'm very excited. It is pulling nicely. But I did like the matte formulas on their singles, on Give Me Glow singles, so I'm happy to see that it seems to be consistent within an eyeshadow palette as well, within like a made eyeshadow palette. And I mean, I've been so excited about this for ages, but every time I went on to get it, it was like sold out, and I was like, why does this keep happening? I just want a green palette. But I got it, so it's very exciting for me. And I was talking to one of you, Jenny. Hello, Jenny. And you were saying, oh my gosh, really considering getting this. So I was going to film this video a little bit later, but I was like, you seem to want this, so let's do it. I'm taking the exact same brush, and I'm going into Vodkatini. So all the names are like derived from olives or like martinis, which doesn't really bother me. I don't drink, but like, you know, if you are really against that sort of thing, you know, I guess names that are derived from alcoholic beverages and olives. I don't know, some people have a thing about that sort of thing. I'm not going to judge you, you know, you like what you like. But yes, Jenny was like, oh, I'm considering getting this, and I kind of thought to myself, I should probably film this and get this done ASAP so that she knows whether or not this is worth getting. And if there's a Black Friday sale, then you're like, oh, maybe I can get some money off it and see if it's worth it. So, oh, look at that. The blend, my friends. I'm happy on that. I like, there seems to be a good kind of variety of shades, as in, like with varying levels of depth. So that has kind of kept me fairly happy. But as kind of discussed before, I don't need a lot to be happy. You know, I just need some greens. Smidge more. They are blending really nicely. Yeah, I think they were right to call it the Juicy Olive collection, because you could totally see the greens are very olive toned. So if you don't like a green that pulls a smidge yellow, this is not for you. I mean, I do. So this is my wheelhouse. This pleases me. Excuse me, I'm just sniffling. Every time I come to sit down, I just end up sniffling. It's very strange. I am taking my E42. It's my Precision Firm blending brush. It's a Sigma. And I am going into the shade Cocktails, which is this really dark khaki brownie green, which I'm like, ooh, this is interesting. And I have a cat next to me. She's washing herself. So she's like, oh, we're all grooming together. This is happening. So I'm just going to pop that there. Very pigmented. Or is it just me? I think this is very, very pigmented. So I went to this thing last night, and it was like a pre-Christmassy event type thing. Now, I'm not a big Christmas person, but I'm trying to get to know people, and it was like this meetup event, so I was like, right, I'm gonna go to it, etc. And it was good, like, you know, getting to meet people. But oh my god, right, they had it, it was in this place, I won't say where it was because I don't want to give them bad publicity or whatever, like, you know, but they had said it was about like a light up event, as in like they were lighting up a Christmas tree. And it was the most anticlimactic thing I've ever seen in my entire life. They didn't announce when they were doing it. Like, it just suddenly turned on and everyone was like, wait, what? but also it was really quite poorly done. Like, it was you know, like there's more lights in this room, is essentially what I'm getting at. It was very odd, but it was fun because I got to hang out with other people, and you know, it was nice to have something to do after work. Because like I said, I am trying to get to know people, with me being in a place I'm unfamiliar with. But it was so funny. So I am going to find my brush that I had been using, the Morphe M573, and I'm going to go in with the shade Dirty Martini, which is like a darkish green, and I'm going to overlay that a little bit on top, and I want to blend these out a little further. I'm going to pop that on there. Basically, I'm like using all the colours in the palette. Like, well, let's see how they all perform. Cause it's green and I'm happy. Green. Sorry. You know you're Irish when you apologise all the time. I know the Canadians have that, so maybe they're partly Irish, or maybe all Irish are part Canadian, who knows. I like the way that is turning out so far. Like, I'm not doing anything wildly difficult or imaginative, because it's early in the morning, it's Saturday morning. I am using a Morphe brush. It came as part of a set. I'm going into my NARS concealer in Chantilly. You guys know it at this point, I use it all the time. And I'm just going to pop a little bit onto the lid here. Just doing a halo eye. I just find them so flattering. I'm just going to tap that out with my finger. That's what I tend to do. Yeah, I'm totally fine with that. So I'm using a Morphe brush, and I am going into the shade, into the shade Garnish. Look at that. Isn't that just beautiful? So I'm going into that, and I'm going to use a bit of setting spray just to help it a smidge. Let's give it its best possible advantage. I'm just going to pop that just on the corners there, not on the whole thing, just along the corners. And that shows up nicely, doesn't it? £6 is a nice size for like an eyeshadow palette. I'll tell you, the size of the actual shadows, they're very generous, you know, they're nice big pans. Like, if you're the sort of person that tends to just wear one eyeshadow palette, there's a good amount of product in that, so yeah, you'd probably be like, yes, this is very well done. Me, I never stick to one. I'm flitting about the place. I have eyeshadow palette commitment issues. It's like, no. There's another one out there for me. I know I haven't filled it all in. There is a reason. I'm going into the shade Shaken and Stirred. So it's this one here. Using the exact same brush. And again, I'm just going to wet it ever so slightly. And put that there. Because I want a darker shade on the middle. Although they pull quite similar. Like, I can't really tell the difference between the two of them. But I'm still happy with it. I think it's nice. I think they could have maybe changed the variation of that shade ever so slightly. But I'm not mad at it. You know, this, It's not going to keep me up at night. It's totally fine. Imagine if you were kept up at night over eyeshadow palette choices. Sure, obviously, makeup creators are, you know, they would be like, oh, to make sure it all goes right. And then I'm just sleeping awake. I'm going, la 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 la, cats and psychology. I am using the E33, it's the Detail Diffused Crease, just because I want to soften out things. Are we that surprised? And I'm just going to just very gently swish, always swish it. I might even just take a little bit of the shade Cocktail, which is that dark green, that one, onto the detail brush and just pop it into the corner. Again, I'm just going to take a bit more of the shade Cocktail and just pop it in there. That's coming out quite nicely, I think. I am going to get a taper blending brush, I think maybe the E35. You're in here somewhere, aren't you? There you are, hiding. So I'm taking the E35 taper blending brush and I'm going into the shades Cocktails and Dirty Martini. So that's Cocktails and Dirty Martini, and I'm just going to pop a little bit of both onto the brush and then just pop it on the outside. And blend for all that I am worth. Blending, blending, always blending. I had quite a few people say that they wouldn't be brave enough to wear a lot of colour. And I'm like, I'm not brave enough to wear a neutral look. Because I think with neutral look you have to be really talented to make it look really good. And I'm like, oh, I don't think I can do that. I'm more comfortable with colour. Because I'm like, oh, even if it doesn't look amazing, like even if you don't blend it properly or you don't do an amazing, you know, cut crease or halo or whatever, the colours alone are enough to make it look interesting, so it kind of does like a whole chunk of the work for you. I suppose everyone can't go for the same eye looks, you know? Not everyone is like, yes, I love neutral, not everyone is like, yes, I love colour. More power to them. Like what you like. And I'm just going to drag it ever so slightly onto the lash line. My beautiful assistant Cece is behind me. She's on bed. I think she got attacked by another cat the other day, so she's very reluctant on going out. I'm taking the exact same brush again and I'm going into Dry Martini there, and I just want to put it on the under lash line. Josh is not very impressed about going outside, so she's now a little bit extra clingy with me. So, as if she wasn't already enough of a little baby cat, she's bread loafing it on the bed behind me. Call it bread loafing when she curls her little like legs under her and she looks like a little bread loaf. So. And so I call her my little bread loaf. So she's very confused as to what her name actually is. She's just like, oh, the human seems to be talking to me. It must be about me. I mean, I'm very happy with that. Obviously, I'm going to go. I am going to do the rest of le maquillage. There we go. Got a little bit of French. That's our culture for today. And I will see you guys back here in a little bit. In 2 seconds for you. In like half an hour for me because I'm very lazy. See you in a bit. So this is the finished look. I've put on the rest of my makeup. So I think it all has come together quite nicely. I will obviously zoom you in now so you can see. Don't mind the fact that my nails are falling apart. I did try to polish them the other day, and obviously I'm a little bit of a picker, so they've all come off. But anyways, let's zoom you in so you can actually see my eyeballs. This is what it looks like all together. I think the shades blended really nicely. I'll take the glasses off so you can see a smidge better without the reflection of the ring light in there. And glasses back on so I can see what I am doing. Okay, so all in all, what do I think of the Give Me Glow Juicy Olive palette? Well, the colour story. Let's talk about the colour story. It's 100% my kind of thing. I think the only thing that I would have changed would be that these two shimmery shades actually perform quite similarly on the eye. So I would have maybe made either this one lighter or this one darker. But in all, it blends really nicely. I love the depth. I love that there's like a khaki olivey green in there. It's really nice. The pan sizes are huge. I mean, look at that. That's massive. Comes with a mirror if that's something that you're interested in. It's nice, it's light, it's portable. I think I came up with a really cohesive look. If you're looking for a nice green eyeshadow palette, or you have a few and you're looking for more, because that's where I am with my life, I really do think this is a really nice addition to a collection. I mean, if you look at the video, you can just see it all blended really nicely. There wasn't any issues around working with it. You don't have to, be a makeup expert to make it work, which is what I am about. I don't want something that I need a degree to work in. So essentially, if I was to give it out of 10, I would say a 9.5. The reason why I'm taking the 0.5 off is just the two shades are quite similar. I would have liked a little bit more disparity, but I knew that heading in. Like, I knew those two shades looked a little bit similar, so that's more on me than anything else. But that is essentially it. As per usual, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!